Hey again, guys, I am back. Alright, so, a little while ago, in one of my videos that I can't remember which one it was now, but I did mention that this year has been a bit of a turning point for me. I'm nearly 30. I need some Botox. There's a bit going on. But specifically, what I have realized is that there were certain things in my life that I didn't want to have a crack at or didn't want to venture into because I thought, what's the point? Like, it's not going to make me money. I'm not going to get anywhere with it. Or like, oh, you know, I have no experience in this and other people do. And like, there's absolutely no point me even trying. And then I thought, what the hell attitude is that? So we're going to talk about that. The cup is hotter than the actual, anyway. So, specifically what gave me this idea is that Laurie and I last year decided, let's make a podcast. And the two of us sort of sat down and we started to do a podcast together. And then I think we didn't prioritize it. We had a lot of other stuff going on in life that just took precedence over that. And there was also that little bit of like imposter syndrome, I suppose it is, where you just don't feel like you're good enough. So like, what's the point of trying? And then I was like, who cares? Like, if we have fun and we enjoy it, like we're gonna sit down and talk about this kind of crap anyway, we might as well record it and put it out there, and like maybe our friends can listen to it, which is exactly what's happened now, which is cool. So we're trying to get more consistent with that and yeah, see what comes of that. But I feel like it's a little bit like YouTube channels as well. Like, I was never going to be on YouTube. Like, it was always something I was like, oh my God, I'd love to do that. But it wasn't something I set out to do. It was something I kind of fell into by accident. And that was because I never felt like, oh, I'm not good enough to be on YouTube. Like, no one's going to give a crap about what I talk about. What am I even going to talk about? And then it's just kind of accidentally happened because you guys have been freaking amazing, and thank you for that. So that's cool. But the other thing is, like, I think that's why people don't start channels. And if maybe you feel that way, you should take a leaf out of my book and just start about anything. Like, and it doesn't matter if you start about one thing and then it changes and morphs into something different. It doesn't matter. Like, that's growth. That's human. That's how we learn. That's how we do grow as people. And that's just normal part of life and experimenting and stuff. So all good, you know? But anyway, so at the start of this year, I was like, okay, well, the podcast has been let go a little bit, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I've got this cool MacBook that I bought last year. I haven't really played around with it too much. Like, I really want to play with GarageBand. I really, really, really want to record my own songs. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. So I just like sort of sat down one day and started fiddling around, and I made a cover of a Billie Eilish song. Bless, love her. And I just started playing and playing around with it, and I was like, oh my God, this is so much fun. I'm having so much fun. And it just grew out of there. I just started and I was like, I need to do more of this because the joy that it brought me, I'm not getting that from anything else. Like, I sure as heck don't get that from work. So, you know, I think it's really important to acknowledge things like that that do bring us joy. My dad is another example. He is the stressed out, most like stressiest, headest, whatever person in the whole world. And he has a very high pressure, stressful job and runs a business and, you know, can't even really understand how much stress he's got going on, and like he's just so busy all the time. But the one time he doesn't feel like that is when he is motorbike riding. Like, if he's on his motorbike, he doesn't feel stressed. His headache goes away and he just feels at peace and like at ease, I suppose. And I'm like, Dad, if that's how it makes you feel, you need to incorporate that into your days, like every day. He's like, yeah, no, I know. And I'm like, no, like literally you need to, like for your health, you need to like start later. You're the boss. Start at 11 o'clock or 12, bloody 1, I don't care. But make sure you go for a bike ride every morning to get yourself in the right zone, and then you'll feel happy and you can go into work and feel really good about yourself. And he's like, yeah, true. But like, again, because that doesn't make him money, it just gives him a feeling and a happiness that you can't buy, it probably gets pushed to the background and put on the back burner a little bit. And I just think like, Guys, if this year has taught us anything, it is that life is precious, life is short, you never know what the hell is going to be around that corner. So if you're waiting to like, oh, when I am making this much money in my job, then I'll go part-time and pursue some passions, or like, oh, I don't want to like do that because I've got no experience, I've got no qualifications in it, like what do I know about it? Who cares? Throw those ideas, throw them the hell out of your head and start whatever it is. And I feel like as I'm saying this, there's this little thing going on in here and you're like, that's the thing that like I would always love to do, but I could never. Yes, you can. You could ever, okay? I believe in you. Any of us, okay? Any of us can do whatever the hell we want to do. I think it's a bank ad. And the girl, it has like a business that's like a nursery, like plants and stuff. And she's like, oh, I started this just trying to grow one plant and now I have a business. Like that's what happens. And there's also another thing that I've heard in Matt Diavalla's, either his YouTube channel or his podcast, Ground Up Show, which is a really good listen. And he said something like, if you're going to do anything, you need to put 3 years of effort and energy into it before you're going to see any type of rewards. And if you're not ready to commit to something for 3 years, I think it might have been the guest that said it, but either way, it doesn't matter. It's the message we're talking about. If you aren't willing to put 3 years into it, then don't bother. And a little bit with me with my YouTube channel. Last year I had the goal, I'm like, let's get to 1,000 subscribers. And by the end of the year, I was like, I'm not gonna get there. I started to let my videos slide. I was like, no one cares, like who cares? No one actually gives a crap about what I'm saying. And on average, I was getting like around 60 to 70 views per video. So again, if I tried to fit 60 to 70 people in here, she'd be very crammed. So that's quite a lot of people that did care about what I was saying and wanted me to keep talking. And I was like, I just think you need to shift your mindset a little bit sometimes when it comes to those things, because we do get caught up in a world where you think, oh, I'm going to start something and it has to be successful or else I probably just like shouldn't even bother. But that's not true. If it makes you happy, if it brings you joy, you should do it, even if no one is listening, if no one is watching, if no one cares but you should still do it because it's important to you. That's pretty much all I have to say on this matter, and I hope that made sense. I should have written a script. Instead, this was a ramble, little bit of a preach. I hope you liked this video, whatever it was. Do you get where I'm coming from? Let me know below if this was just like random shit inside of my head getting spewed out my mouth, or if it actually made a little bit of sense. Let me know, okay guys? Let me know. What's the thing? The thing I said earlier, what is your thing? Tell me in the comments. Let me know. And I will see you in my next video. I will see you in my next video. If you liked it, subscribe and share it with a friend, share it in the group chat. I'll see ya. Bye guys. Thank you.